Today's a good day. Been pretty positive about today. Since I started doing all this blogging and video stuff, I've been thinking a lot about my past and all the experiences that we have that build us and bring us up to this moment in life that make us who we are. The other evening, my son asked me to tell him a story about one of my crash and burn injury stories, and he wanted to hear a new one, so I tell him, oh, I fell here, I got hit by a car there, or type of thing. And so growing up in life, it's good to get out there and get some stitches, get some experience in life. I see that at a young age I was getting hurt or getting in trouble. I wouldn't go to bed one night and my sister pushed me and my knees went through the window. That night I went to the doctor. I think I was in the second grade. Oh man, I fell out of a tree one year, broke my nose. It was around Halloween time and I was too embarrassed to go trick-or-treating because I looked like a monkey. My face was all swollen up and I broke my wrist, and my sister was teasing me like, you have to dress up, you look like a monkey. And I didn't go trick-or-treating that year. I mean, got hit by a car. Life happens. I fell off a bike once and the peg went in my knee and I bent my knee and blood squirted up off my leg a foot. I walked my leg back up and I was like, man, it's just like the movies, blood squirts, You got to get punched in the face or something in life. You're much stronger and much more capable. Get out there and make something of yourself and don't sit by the wayside and let life happen to you. I mean, I wasn't out looking for fights or anything, but in college, they had this fight club. One of my college friends suckered me in. He put my name down, and I kind of got suckered into fighting in this fight club, and I was nervous. There's a few hundred people around. We had nothing better to do. It was 3 45-second rounds. They put the 16-ounce gloves on me, and this guy wanted to go bare knuckles. He was like some Street Fighter guy. I was like, who am I fighting? This guy's crazy, He took the first punch and landed square on the head, dazed me a little bit. I ended up unloading on the guy. He fell down 3 times in the first round. His face was all bloody and he tapped out. Real proud moment for myself. After that, he stood by my side and we were like friends, like blood brothers for the evening. I didn't know the guy that well. It's weird how fighting can bring you together. It doesn't make sense on the outside, but on the inside, after the war is over, you have a respect. The 2 individuals in the fight shared something, I don't know if it's unnatural, so shared something wild, and there's an understanding. That was an interesting eye-opener for me. The next day, the news media came out, interviewed me, like, oh, you're in this underground fight thing, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, at first I thought it was cool. But that evening, when they put me on the news and they take that one clip, you talk to them for 5 minutes, and they take 5 seconds of what I said, and that represented everything. I realized at that point, the news is manipulated and so biased because no one ever really gets to put their voice out there in its entirety. Everything is snippets and what sounds good and interpretation. It was very interesting to see my words manipulated on TV, and I was like, what? Those things taught me, and I learned from it. You may face the media one day and they're going to twist your words, and you'll be like, oh man, they got me. Even though you're aware of it, they're so nice. They just suck you in and they're like, oh, tell me about this. Tell me about that. Oh, yeah. They just know how to be your friend for that moment. After that, you're dead to them. They don't need you anymore. They're trying to make $1, but man, they're smooth. They got their camera guy and they take their shots and you're walking and so forth. Anyway, that was my first experience on TV. Like all 3 seconds of fame, right? That it's good to get out there and do things, make things. And I think that getting out there and being a doer separates you from everybody else, because you can learn everything in the world, but at the end of the day, if you can't take that and apply it, that is where you stop learning and begin creating. And there's a huge, I think, gap in our society, especially with all this internet movement and everything. People want to make money for not putting in any effort. There's this huge movement out there. It's crazy to me somebody would pay for some of this stuff. And you could have got it free anyway. Probably ask your mom. I bet she would tell you, hey, don't do this or don't do that. I mean, there's plenty of good free advice out there. I don't mind making a buck. I disagree with making a cheap buck or using people to make a buck. I really don't care if I make money or not. Opportunity comes, we'll take a look at it. But until then, I'm not going to sell my soul to that aspect. Besides, I'm having fun. I respect the hard work in life. Now, making videos and all that, man, I was watching some videos how to do all this stuff. Of course, before you start making videos and blogs, I was like, boy, I better better learn how to do it, better bone up on my skills. So, and some of the guys out there are like, man, this is so hard work. You know, you guys that are punking me, it's hard work. This is not hard work. It's busy work, but I don't consider it hard work at all. Like, I've done hard work, and I've done 24-hour shifts, and I've sweat and bled out there in the trenches, and these guys will have no idea what that's like. Now, it's busy work. You can film for 5 hours and end up with 5 minutes. You know, I get that. Or you lose footage, or like earlier today, my batteries died on me. For some of you guys out there crying that you don't get paid enough or no one appreciates your hard work and making videos. For me so far, granted, I'm not very techie, whatever. I got basic stuff. Talking to you right now, does this look hard? I'm exhausted. Whatever. The younger generation is thinking, hey, I can do the easy route. I can make a site get popular, take off. You know, awesome. If that works for you, that's great. But odds are there's not enough room at the top of the pyramid for everyone. And so everybody could be like, I'm going to study to be like Bill Gates. I'm going to study to be like this guy. The reality is there's not enough room at the top of that pyramid for you. And if you stand out, maybe you can get there. But odds are you're not going to get there. And so we spend way too much time studying the exception of the rule than the reality of the rule. It blows my mind. I mean, even in the Army, you know, they quiz us on stuff, and it's like they're asking us about awards that none of us will get. The Medal of Honor, we have to know all this information about it. But none of us are going to get it. Of the million people out there, only one guy's going to get it, but yet they focus on it. It's kind of a natural aspect of our society to do that. Oh, you want to be successful like the Facebook guy or the Bill Gates guy and this guy and that guy. You know, that's great. Learn from them what you can. You're not that guy. You're you. And you need to take what's unique about you and do the best you can with what you have and get out there and do something with yourself. You can mimic things to a certain extent, but that doesn't guarantee success. You got all these people out there that are telling you how to do this stuff. I think a lot of it's BS. You know, to be successful in life and how to, you know, manage your millions. Well, most of you guys don't have millions, you know. So it cracks me up, you know, or the guy's got a fancy car and a big house, and so you're like, oh, he's going to teach me how to be successful because he is. No, he's there to sell you crap, you know. And you guys buy it. But, you know, whatever, you know, that's cool. You have to choose your own path. You got to figure out how to be successful with the reality, and then from there, if the stars align and you get lucky, you can skyrocket on to other success. And this kid wanted to be a life consultant. He wanted to make $100 an hour telling you how to live your life. Man, I'll tell you that for free. You know, you can ask my opinion all day long, and I will tell you for free how to live your life. So, but there's some people out there that believe that they can do this stuff. Some of these kids. I bet if you bought a big house and bought a nice car, faked it, people probably pay you $100 to do that. But to me, it's ridiculous. I'm very biased. I have a very hard time believing in products that won't be there tomorrow. The dude who made millions off the pet rock, hey, congratulations to you. I don't get it. I don't know why anyone would pay for that. But the guy made millions that, from my perspective, have no value or no benefit to the greater good. But obviously people do, because people buy into that. And if you want to buy a pet rock, all the power to you. If you bought one, man, I don't get you. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I don't get it. I won't buy one. I would buy the real thing. I have a hobby farm, goats, sheep, chickens, whatever. I go buy the real thing, but I have a hard time with the fake. But that's just me. That is my extreme bias. And so you could ask me for my opinion, but yeah, it's going to be biased. I was raised with a father that if he planted a seed, it had to produce something edible. You know, had to be a apricot tree, a tangerine tree, orange tree. All the things he planted had to produce something of value, or it wasn't worth planting. So we didn't see a lot of flowers around my house, you know, due to my dad's view. And you can say flowers bring bees and all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. I better stop talking. I've probably offended a third of the country. It's okay. It's okay. I can't hug you, but you know, it's okay. These are my random thoughts. Pretty random. I went all over the place. But I give you a feel for who I am, what I do.